Tell us what you think of the statue.
Just went from a men disliker to a misandrist. All of you!
Donald Trump's victory has resulted in a ton of liberal meltdowns all over TikTok.
It's so terrifying.
When I look at this, the issue appears to run deeper than Trump.
I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave. See if I ever speak to a fucking man again!
As if there are serious traumas they have yet to resolve, and a hatred towards men that they hold. Radical woke feminists are starting something called the 4B movement to spite men for voting for Trump in large numbers, which would mean they will refuse to date, marry, have sex, or have children with men.
Donald Trump is president, and I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years, in protest and protection of your bodies.
There's no way I am letting any man near me for the next few years.
For the next 4 years, I am going to abstain from schmex with men.
When I learned that Donald Trump had been elected president for a second time, the first thing I did was have a good long cry. The second thing I did was get on the phone and make a doctor's appointment for a surgical consultation to get my tubes tied.
If y'all hate women that much, I hope you never get pussy ever again.
It appears that the focus on racism is shifting towards misogyny.
Yes, there's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men, things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them.
Some of the most misogynist things I've heard came from black men.
Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border.
It's
the border
misogyny.
crisis is on their doorstep.
Misogyny
We need to
and
take some
sexism.
lessons.
That's what that was.
As the blame game continues, every racial group is getting thrown under the bus. Because the problem isn't just race anymore, it's men. Thanks to this divisive and hate-filled rhetoric, Trump's victory will be especially hard for liberal women. And also some questionable men.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go.
Interesting how Jimmy Kimmel rushes to the defense of women after Trump wins, yet he probably thinks that everyone will just magically forget about this.
Of the statue. I mean, do you think that she's...
Take a good, hard look. These are the types of men supporting Kamala Harris. Now, it is absolutely real, the serious traumas that women have endured with men, whether it be a bad husband, a bad father, but what shocked me was the amount of projection onto Trump. So much projection to the point of an entire movement involving celibacy and shaving heads.
Being skinny, being hot, being all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be.
This is quickly turning into a PSA for the type of woman that you don't, under any circumstance, want to be in a relationship with. If you're in a relationship where your girl punishes you by withholding sex, please leave her. But on the bright side, all of this can make a dent in the unnecessary abortions that we have. Liberal women are taking themselves out of the gene pool.
Last night, the conversation my fiance and I had before we went to bed was, if this happens, we won't be having kids.
Reality is collapsing on them. And when the walls of truth press in, those comforting illusions that we wrap ourselves up in start to unravel. If anything, this has been a great study in just how deeply people will immerse themselves in delusion. There is a serious mental health crisis in this country, and these clips have proved just that. It is even more disturbing to see people who want to check out early and are literally calling for Trump's assassination.
So does anybody know
how to find or hire a hitman or woman, because we don't want to be sexist.
Secret Service, are you listening?
If you voted for Trump, literally, please delete me, block me, get rid of everything of me, or step to me so that I know what's up and I can handle you how I see fit.
If you're a white male, even if you don't approach me, I will shoot you.
If you are so sad about your groceries being expensive, get a better fucking paying job, because you are fucking stupid, and I hope you go jump off of a fucking bridge.
Don't test your gangster on me, because you will end on a stretcher, gone forever.
There are those who want to cut off their family members for voting Trump.
I'm not going to be apologetic for being excited, because if it was the other way around, all of the Kamala supporters would celebrate. I always talked about how my family had different beliefs, my grandma and my mom and my sister, and how we always got along. And I wore my grandma's sweater to go vote, and I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to cry, okay? But my heart's broken. My grandma just sent me a very sad text. It broke my heart. And my mom has yet to text me back. If you don't like me because of who I voted for and you have to unfollow, go ahead. My own family unsubscribed from my life, so you can too. I promise it doesn't get worse than that.
Are we really supposed to believe that breaking sacred bonds is somehow a step towards a better country? Their delusions will continue this mental health crisis, which is perpetuated by the corporate media's divisive rhetoric. We are all fed falsehoods, and those who seek to enslave us are exploiting our blind spots. Robin DiAngelo wrote a book called White Fragility, and the one thing she got right about that book was the title.
Except you don't necessarily have to be white.
This is deeper than politics, folks. This is a war of realities, a battle of the sexes. I know it's super tempting to relish in this victory, but these people are victims. A lot of them are probably good people who are just victims of media propaganda. I want to dedicate this video to a family that tragically lost their lives. A man who shot himself, his wife, and 2 children immediately following the election results. You might say that, oh, this had nothing to do with Trump's victory, but if you actually look at his social media posts, you can see that he was a crazy anti-Trumper. The media did this. The media has blood on their hands. And if this doesn't tell you that the feelings about Trump's victory are about something far greater than politics, I don't know what does. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Inverted World, and I will see you all next time.